for a morning. Hey big bikers, she's a cold one. We spent the night out by the fire last night, drinking and laughing and carrying on as you do, and it was a good night. We're going to start the morning with some coffee, and we'll start packing and get going. Not a big day today, we've only got 200 or 300 k's to do today to get out to the lake, and then we'll make some decisions from there. But coffee first. Oh. Very nice, warm, toasty night in the Vanguard. It's a very warm tent. I'm very pleased with that. The Vanguard Meteor 200. It's a very warm tent. I do like it. Neil's over there making coffee, so I'll be that time of day. So occasionally I get questions via messages or comments on the YouTube channel about what do I do if I'm in the bush and I need to go to the toilet. Well, I carry one of these, which is a very handy little spade. Anyway, it folds down into that size, and that goes into my crash bar bags on the front, on one side, because the tubes and repair kit and compressor and everything's on one side. This goes in the other side with just some other stuff, and that's it. And then I use biodegradable baby wipes. Dig a hole, do your thing, cover it back up again, and the biodegradable baby wipes are pretty cool too. So you asked, so that's how it happens. And you know, as you can see from here, there's plenty of space. Bit of weather coming through today. Anyway, we're going to start packing and get on the road. Boys are bawling out, time to go. So about 10 metres away from where I went off the road to come and have a look down here, there's this track. It's hard packed. Very good campsite, another one of the ones that we found at about 500 metres off the road. Plenty of firewood, ground's flat and lump free. We had a good night by the fire, but I tell you what, the stars last night were spectacular. I bought the wrong lens for taking kind of long shots, you know, big wide angle sky shots. I bought the general purpose lens. I didn't bring the wide angle, which is a real pity because that would have been sensational. But I got some shots there anyway, and they might turn out alright. But I tell you, that was such a good night under the stars, beside the fire, a little bit of whiskey, and that was awesome. So all the boys are ready. Oh, hang on. He's trying to talk to me. Yep.
Alrighty. So yeah, on the road, and again, you get this kind of funny thing happening where you get on the bike first thing in the morning and it just feels really stiff, and it's just because all the oil in the suspension is still cold. And I'm just trying to see what temperature it is. 12 degrees. So it was actually single digits when we woke up this morning. But I tell you, I really like that new tent. It's such a dry. Don't know if it's dry yet. I hope not to find out. But it's such a warm tent. I just can't believe the difference between that one and the one I normally use. So it's not all that well ventilated, so I doubt it's going to be fantastic on summer trips or the warmer climates, but you know, we'll do what we can. So we left our campground beside Cooper Creek and ran down the Birdsville Track to Maree, topped up the fuel, and then we headed north up towards Lake Eyre, but we had found there was no camping on the lake itself, so the closest campground to Lake Eyre was at Muloorina, which is a cattle property there that has free camping. We set up camp, and from there we headed out to the Neck, which is at the kind of the south eastern corner of the lake, to try and have a look at this elusive water that's supposed to be in Lake Eyre. You know, yesterday when I was doing that economy run, just as I was running out of fuel, we're riding at 60, 70 kilometres an hour across this stuff, and it was so rough. I mean, just almost unrideable, so rough, terrible. It's going through everything, every single bump. Now I've got some fuel, I can actually get up on top of it, and basically, like, I'm doing about 100 kilometres an hour, 110, and you're just sitting up on top of it all, and the bike's, you know, the suspension's doing the work, and yeah, you can feel it, but it's just working so well. It's so much smoother. And it's funny, you just got to find that point. You know, there was one section of the road there where 90 was smoother than 100. And you just got to find that spot, that sweet spot on the top of the changing conditions. Again, you know, it's about the most interesting thing that's happening just at the moment. We've got that wind still plaguing us, but it's coming in directly from the side at the moment. So the trail of dust behind is going pretty much straight sideways, which is good for those that are behind. Next stop is Maree. We'll stop and grab some fuel and any supplies that we need, and head over to the lake. We should get to the lake early afternoon, depending on what the coffee and food's like at Maree. You're at a little bit of a ruin. Take it easy.
Come up behind me, I'll just pull over and let you go rather than throw stones all over you.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. That's good. Or you know, if it's a clear road, you can just move over to the right-hand side, so we're not, you know, choking on dust.
I parked the truck yesterday that didn't slow down out in
Yeah.
and I slowed down about 20 k's. He went past me about 100.
Yeah. Yeah, just shout it.
I see you'll be going past me, so I'll just pull over.
Yeah, we'll be going in a second now, so. All right. Thanks. See ya. Maree now. We're only about 40 k's out of town. So, the country's just opening up. You won't be able to see it because of the lens, but way out over on the horizon there, probably about 70 or 80 kilometres away, is the northern end of the Flinders Ranges, so up near Arkaroola, where we were last year. So we're going to head out to Lake Eyre, which is out that way, about 100 kilometres, and probably spend the night out there, and then we'll head back in towards the Flinders. Such an enjoyable experience for us last year. We all decided that we're going to do it again. It's new for Chris too on the Africa Twin, so it's all new for him. So there's quite a few tracks there that we either didn't do last time that we want to do, or we did last year and they were so good we want to do them again. So we've booked into the same place we stayed at last time, at Rawnsley Park. So we booked in there, and we've got 2 nights there. It's basically homeward bound. So that'll give us 5 or 6 days to get home. So we're in no rush at all. Anyway, here's the township of Maree. Go and have a little bit of a look around, grab some fuel, maybe something to eat, and we're going to head pretty much straight west out to Lake Eyre from here. So I'll come and chat to you after we've got the fuel and all that sort of stuff. Right, so I thought I would leave the camera on as I ride into town. I can show you how. There's the old railway crossing, railway station, the old Garn, the famous railway line came through here. Probably a few signs around, scenic flights. There's the servo up here. I'll get some fuel, wait for the other guys. Roads are open. This is the Adv-Ryder track, so plan has changed a little bit to us going to go and camp at a station down here tonight, and then a couple of us are going to run down to the lake's edge. Pretty rough track apparently, so I don't think Neil's going to come. I'd wait for Neil. It's Chris. Don't ever go in front. Don't ever go in front. He's got a terrible reputation. Don't ever ride past an intersection. So yeah, so we're about 30 k's up the road here to this this station, and then it's another 60 up to Lake Eyre. We're going to drop all the bags, everything first. So we're kind of heading a little bit northwest at the moment, heading up to one of the bottom corners of Lake Eyre. But we don't think we'll camp in the national park tonight. We're going to stay at a farm stay, cattle station thing. It's got showers. They've actually got a hot water bore, so we're going to go and have a swim. Muloorina. Yeah, that might have been an error. Yeah, I'm just having a look at the map. We want to go to the bore, don't we?
What a fucking awesome road.
Alright, we've set up the camp and we're going to head out to Lake Eyre. It's pretty soft and sandy by the look of things.
When we were at Maree, we got talking to a few four-wheel drive people about driving out to the neck where we were headed, and they all said the same thing. They said it was a terrible road. They said it took them hours and hours and hours to go the 38 kilometres out to the neck, and that it was such a rough trip they wouldn't recommend it. Lots of deep sand, lots of corrugations. So of course, being on the motorbikes, we thought, well, it's going to be completely different for us. So we took off and we loved it. It was an absolutely fantastic track, really challenging and lots of fun to ride, particularly when you could go 2 to 3 times the speed that a four-wheel drive could go across some of those surfaces. We actually got out to the neck in about 40 minutes. It was really funny. Threw the drone up and had a look around, and it was a great ride there, but an even better ride back.
Hard to tell. Very flat though. See, we've got to be very close to sea level or below. This is Lake Eyre, Australia's biggest lake. Oh, just going around the edge of it here, so. so soft. I got Chris on the KTM. Yeah, he's screaming up behind me trying to catch me. The only way to do it. Who's next? I'm going, it's Chris on the KTM. Woohoo! It could be Chris on the... No, it's Chris on the KTM. That's fucking awesome. Me now. We both arrived and you went, how Toby going it? Yeah, flat out, as usual, as he does everywhere he goes. Lake Eyre, southern end, no water. Came all this way for nothing. Oh. Trapped in the dust, is he? About 28 kilometres of this.
Whilst it was disappointing that there was no water in Lake Eyre when we got there, the ride out there made it all worthwhile. It was fantastic. Chris and I had such a great time belting flat out across the desert sands. But we got back to the campground. We had to collect some firewood along the way. We got back to the campground, then walked around the edge of the From River to where they had dug a hot water bore, just mineral springs. We had a nice soak in the hot water before we settled down around the campfire for that evening. All right, I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We'll be back with another episode very soon.